What's up? I'm Adelante of AdelanteMusic.net. I am a music producer with lots of information and knowledge around online music marketing, and I'm here to bring you marketing strategies for rappers. If you're here for the first time, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that notification bell, because I'm going to be bringing you value in every single video that I drop around music marketing, around how you can grow your career as an independent rapper. Even for my fellow music producers, I will be doing a lot of information around marketing and how to grow your business as a music producer as well. But today, we're focusing on marketing strategies for upcoming independent rappers looking to grow on social media. So let's jump into it. First, and this one's super important and often gets overlooked, you want to set your marketing goals. Now, I know this is something that's often overlooked because it ties in at the end when you need to do a lot of analyzing in terms of, was your marketing successful or not? So you need to know what you're going to be tracking from the get-go. Is it that you want to grow followers on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, whatever it is? Is it that you want to grow on Spotify in terms of the followers on there? Your streams, are you doing iTunes pre-save or pre-purchase links, and you're going to see or track how many pre-saves or how many pre-purchases you're getting? You have to set your goal. Without setting your goal, it's like going down a road and you don't know where you're headed. So in terms of your marketing, you want to set your goal. So that is super important. So make sure to set your goal from the jump. Now, a second marketing strategy is to authentically reach out and collaborate with other rappers that you are interested in. Now, that doesn't mean go out and just, hit up any random artist that you don't really vibe with, right? Because it's the authentic part that's important, right? If you authentically vibe with this other rapper's music, then you're going to create a dope song, right? And that's just gonna come out when you record it, and in the marketing and in terms of you pushing it, you're going to feel a little bit more sense of like ownership or passion behind it, whereas you're just trying to collaborate with every random person on social media. Because face it, there are millions of people on social media and there are millions of upcoming independent rappers. Not everybody falls into that same niche or category as you do, right? So you want to reach out to somebody who's about either at your same fan base level, maybe even slightly above it, and just start authentically collaborating with them, because that's going to get you in front of their audience, right? That's free promotion. If you record a song with another rapper and they're pushing it on their page and they've got 5,000 followers and you've got 5,000 followers, you've now gotten in front of 5,000 new followers. And that's potentially, 5,000 new people who can come to your page and then start investing and, vibing with you. Now, this next one is something that I preach a lot, and I don't like to get preachy, but consistency. Consistency is king. You cannot slack on your consistency. Whether it is you've set your goal to release a new song every month, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every quarter, you're dropping an album every quarter, whatever it may be, you have to stay consistent. Nobody's going to be on you for putting out music, right? Especially if you're independent. It's all on you, right? And that comes with its positive and that comes with its negative. And so one of the negatives, or that can be seen as a negative, is the lack of consistency, right? I heard somewhere a lot of the times the consistency is just playing into you outlasting everybody else, right? If there's 100 people starting at the same starting line, and I know that's not always the case, right? Because some people have connections, so it gives them a leg up. But let's say everybody's starting on that same start line, right? And you all take off. Some people gas out because they go hard at the very beginning and then they can't keep it up. Some people don't even stay consistent, so they kind of just, sputter along. But as long as you keep a steady pace, you will outlast those other people. And you will outlast and you will begin to pop up in more and more circles, in more and more names or conversations. Your name's going to pop up because you're staying consistent. And a lot of the times, that is one thing that people pay attention to. right? If you're looking at somebody, how consistent can they be? Because that shows their work ethic. That shows how serious they're taking something. So consistency, stay consistent. Now this next one is to reach out to bloggers and vloggers, because they're posting their videos on their channels. And if you reach out to them and say, hey, I'm an artist, I have this track, I think it fits well with your videos as just like a background track, then again, you get in front of their audience. Depending on who it is, they may have their own, fees that they may charge, or their own process of previewing tracks and approving them or not approving them. Now you want to reach out to as many bloggers and vloggers so you can start getting your music in their videos, and then in turn get in front of their audience. Because a lot of the times, if somebody hears it and they like it, most of the time the bloggers and vloggers, they're going to be crediting you or tagging you in the description. So if somebody likes that song, they're gonna click on the link, and it's gonna send them to probably your Spotify or your Apple Music, whatever it may be, and they may buy it, they may stream it, they may add you to their playlist, and then that starts converting into some money into your pocket. Next one, you cannot forget about the DJ. DJs are huge, especially DJs that are doing online satellite radio. They're doing their own online live mix shows, right? Whether it be on Twitch, YouTube Live, whatever it may be. The DJ can make a record pop, right? Now I know social media is super powerful, and that's one lane, right? TikTok, we've seen songs blow up on TikTok. We've seen lots of stuff, go viral on YouTube, whatever it may be. Now the DJ historically has been the one responsible for making a record, right? Or like making it pop, getting it out there and getting people's ears introduced to something new, right? You want to hit up these DJs that are doing satellite radio, that are doing mix shows on YouTube Live or Twitch, different platforms like that, so that you can start getting your music again in front of their audience, because they're going to be shouting out the songs, and if they like it, they're going to keep playing it, they're going to keep it in their routine, and it's going to help you in turn gain a whole lot new fans. Now this one goes back a little bit to consistency. You got to have a mindset of you're in this for the long haul, right? Don't think of it short term. A lot of times what ends up happening, there's this cycle that you try something, you fail, and then you may give up, and that cycle never closes. What you should be doing is trying something. If you fail at it, you analyze it, right? Analyze the data, the analytics, your goal that you set, adjust, and then try again, right? That circle should never be closing, right? If you're thinking of it short term, then yes, you're going to fail, and you're going to be like, forget this, like, I can't do this, this is not for me, I'm not getting the immediate results that I want. And so that's the mindset of somebody who will not continue once they failed, right? You do not want that mindset. The mindset you want is that you're always learning, you're always adjusting, you're always closing that circle, that cycle, and coming back again and trying something new, because eventually something will stick. It will. It takes time. It may take 2, 3, 4 years, but eventually something will stick, and that's when it all starts to eventually pay off, right? But once that happens, you can't stop there. You can't slack off. Again, consistency. Once that happens and you start seeing a rise and you start seeing something work for you, it's time to double down. Like, don't let off the gas. Like, you have to continue. Once something works for you, you have to steamroll it. You have to use that to your advantage and build all the momentum possible behind your music. And the last one that is often overlooked, because a lot of the times independent rappers still have their 9-to-5s and they still got bills, and a lot of the times they have families that they got to take care of, right? You must have a budget ready for marketing, right? It doesn't have to be this huge budget, but it has to be something that you set aside so that you know when it's time to start pushing that song or that album, right? You have to have it ready. In terms of music videos, you gotta pay your photographers, you gotta pay your producers. Hello, you gotta pay your producers, you gotta pay your engineers, you gotta pay other people who may, want to get featured or that you're asking to get featured on your album or your song. You gotta pay your your people who are doing your cover arts, your marketing team, whatever it may be, you have to have a budget ready, right? There could be a long list, but you have to have a budget ready. Now, of course, you could save a lot of that money in terms of you doing a lot of that, right? If you know some graphic design, some basic graphic design, so you're gonna make your own cover art, you're gonna make your own ads, right? If you've got a somewhat of a decent DSLR camera, or even with your iPhone, and you want to shoot some pictures, take some new photos for your marketing, right? You could actually save a lot of money. However, it's gonna take you more time, right? Because you're gonna have to invest more time in it and not as much money into it. Whereas if you are investing money into getting, paying your photographer to take some dope pictures of you, right? It saves you time, but it's going to cost you money. So there is that trade-off. So if you want to go the more budget route, right, you can do that. It's just going to take you more time. If you want to have other people step in and do that work for you and help you out on that, on that end, you got to have a budget ready, right? Also in terms of ads, right? If you're running ads on Facebook, on Google, whatever it may be, have a budget ready, and make sure it works for you, right? Again, I'm not saying you have to have tens of thousands of dollars saved off to the side specifically for marketing, but you do want to have something. You do want to have something, because when somebody comes and is also offering their service or their art to help you out, you want to make sure to compensate them. You want to make sure to pay them. So have a budget ready. And that's it for now. Those have been some marketing strategies specifically for rappers to help you along your way. I am Adelante of AdelanteMusic.net. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like it, and make sure you hit the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.